Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have some pretty interesting things we want to go and talk about, and mainly on the fact that it seems like the PlayStation 5 and Sony is finally making those steps towards next gen. We actually had quite a bit of controversy throughout the past 2 or 3 months, especially in regards to the Horizon Forbidden West also launching on the PS4, the Backtracking 2 as well on Gran Turismo, and as well with God of War also simul launching with the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. A lot of people are kind of dead set on thinking that basically the PS4 was kind of lingering just a little bit too long. But we actually have some things I want to go and talk about and showcase that it does kind of seem like we're finally taking those next steps to finally become next gen. And this makes me happy because what's the whole point of buying a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series X if you're not really going to be able to utilize the next gen capabilities and as well as actually have proper next gen titles. Now, before we fully dive into this, I do always want to go and say I am 100% okay with people playing these next gen titles on PS4. If anything, I think it's a really dumb decision if they did not allow that, mainly because there's millions of folks out there in India, China, and even here in America still that either number one, you can't go and afford a PlayStation 5, or number two, which is really hard to find. So I'm not against it in any capacity, but I am also someone who does have a PS5, thankfully, and I'm honestly very thankful for it. But so it kind of makes me want to be like, hey, I actually want to utilize this actual console and go from there. So we actually have an article over here from Kotaku we're going to talk about and reference over here and just kind of give you guys my thoughts on this. And I kind of want to hear your thoughts. Are you guys finally ready to get to PlayStation 5 and utilizing this stuff? Now, once again, I know some of you guys are still having issues getting their consoles, and that's what I'm here for. I keep on trying to help you guys with the restocks, so keep that in mind. As well, if any of you guys are brand new, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. Amazon links down below for the PS5 disc, digital console controller, Twitter and Twitch stream as well. The link down below. Sign up for Weeble, deposit $100. You guys go get free stock, free money. Go ahead and basically you guys go buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency. You guys go and get free Bitcoin. Those are always linked down below, and make sure you guys are subscribed for the giveaway, boys. I'll see you guys up, and let's keep on going. So, number one, we actually have an article basically over here from Kotaku that is kind of summarizing up a lot of my thoughts and feelings. That basically Sony does seem like it's finally ready to start leaving the PS4 behind. Yesterday's showcase, basically, the actual big event that went on over there, featured a lot of PlayStation 5 games, but a majority of them actually are PS5. So I kind of just want to use this as a good reference point, but basically being like, hey, we can finally start making these big strides and steps towards this next gen console. As well, also with both Kena as well as Deathloop both coming out on PS5 too as well, and all the previous releases such as Ratchet and Clank, Returnal, and even Astro's Playrooms. We're basically finally getting into next gen, and I love it. I do love it. Now, the next thing would be all of us actually being able to go get our consoles too as well. Now, whenever we can fully go and buy a PlayStation 5 on the shelves at Walmart or Target, then we're going to be truly next gen. But until then, we're still in that awkward transitional zone. But basically start off with the article saying, despite radio silence regarding a full-length Astro's Playroom, Sony's fall showcase was nothing if not a success. Which I agree. I thought that event there's a few games I would have liked to see, like Infamous and a few other various things that were kind of leaked or talked about, Shadow of the Colossus, etc. But overall, Spider-Man 2, God of War, and pretty much all of those major exclusives I'm excited for, especially Wolverine. And I think a lot of people are in the same, collectively, yes, let's go. A little side note too as well, even the creators working behind Wolverine even said it's gonna be a very mature game and a very long game too. And same with Spider-Man folks too as well. Basically, the voice actors are like, yeah, these games are huge. So I hope you guys are getting excited for next gen, because I know I am too as well. So one big thing over here too with all the trailers and basically all these really big announcements was that Sony finally does seem to go and leave the PlayStation 4 owners behind. Now, once again, I do feel for PS4 people, it's expensive to buy a $500 console plus tax, as well as also it's hard to find. So I'm okay with this transitional period for the next year or so, as we're slowly trying to get people getting their consoles. Of the 18 games shown off yesterday, basically for the Sony event, 9 of them are currently listed as PS5 only releases. Which is kind of what I've been saying before, is that if you have your next gen console, you want to be able to utilize it. You want to be able to use it. You want to be able to go and enjoy the next gen graphics and have games built for the PS5. So with all this stuff too, we actually have a few games that are coming out for the PS4 and PS5. So EDS Montreal's Guardians of the Galaxy game, which makes sense too as well. It's coming out on October 26th. The next God of War has actually been confirmed going out on the PS4 and PS5. Of course, granted, I'm sure it'll be running better and feeling nicer on the PS5 too as well. So totally go get that. Tiny Tina's Wonderland will also be coming out too as well, March 25th on the PS4 and PlayStation 5. Rainbow Six Extraction, once again, kind of makes sense too as well with Ubisoft on January 22nd. Alan Wake Remaster will also be on the PS4 and PS5, and Gran Turismo 7 finally confirmed for a March 4th, 2022 release, zoom zoom, and of course the Shia game 2 as well, which is like that cool island adventure type of game. So those are going to be the cross-platform ones, so both PS4 and PS5. And I still think it's smart to have released games on the PS4 because we have millions, if not billions, if not trillions. It's millions, but there's a lot of folks out there that have a PS4s. And also, once again, in a little bit more of like impoverished countries compared to, say, America, a lot of them only have PS4s, and that's fine. Like, it's just harder to get the stock there in general. But we actually do finally have a lot of games. This is also maybe a good recap if you guys didn't see the full event. But basically, like Deathloop, which is coming out in a few days, which I can't wait to go and stream. If you guys want to follow me on Twitch, you guys can just hang out there, which is overall going to be PlayStation 5 only, as well as on PC, but it's actually pure next gen. We're finally making more and more of these games. Like, we had the Ratchet and Clank, which was a beautiful taste of next gen in that PlayStation 5, but we want more. And of course, the Wolverine game, which is definitely does not have a release date, so you could probably go and assume it's going to be only available on the PlayStation 5, mainly because if it's going to be probably even farther beyond the Spider-Man 2 game, which has been publicly announced for 2023, I'm sure the Wolverine game, if it does not have a release date or window yet, it'll most likely probably be after Spider-Man 2, which I could totally go and get. Like, I mean, you got to focus on one game than the other. There's only so many Insomniac employees that are out there, even though they have been making fantastic games. The remake of the Star Wars Knight of the Old Republic, which is probably one of the more actually kind of closet and hyped announcements that I was excited for from the event, but it's also going to be on PS5 too as well. Project Eve, the action game that eludes easy explanation but nonetheless looks bananas. I'm also excited for that. And then for Spoken 2 as well, which looked beautiful and is open world and looking great and awesome and fantastic. That is also finally coming to the PlayStation 5 too as well. Ghostwire Tokyo doesn't have the date yet too, but it is also go and save that is only be PlayStation 5. And of course, Blood Hunt, that's also on PC. Actually, check that game out, it's not too bad. And of course, as well, these weird Radiohead things as well that were mentioned on the thing. So basically, there's just a bajillion games where it does finally seem like Sony is pushing towards next gen. And I love this because I love PS4. On my PS4, I played a lot of good games. I played a lot of Destiny on it. It was just an overall good experience. And like I said before in this video, I know some people are still having issues getting PS5s or can't afford it. It is costly, I get it. So it sucks because you don't want people that go that they're still on the PS5 or still on the PS4 and they want to play the PS5 games. You don't want to go and completely soft lock them out. So I kind of get why they're doing Horizon and God of War on the PS4 too. But it's such a nice feeling being able to go and utilize and enjoy the PlayStation 5 and enjoying those graphics and enjoying those super fast load speeds. And literally most of the time I'm still surprised because whenever I launch my game and I try to play a game, within like 2 seconds, I'm already back in the game because the loading and SSD is so good, especially compared to the PS4. And this is why I love the fact that we're slowly finally moving over to the PlayStation 5 and we're slowly being able to utilize these next gen consoles that a lot of us have paid so much money for in general. It's insane. Now, of course, too, even on the article itself says there is like a little bit of still uncertainties over certain games which would come out for both, and I'm not against it. Like, I'm not like a PS5 elitist. I think if we can somehow put the games on the PS4, we should. But I just love the idea of people making and utilizing games for just the pure PS5 because that just means that they can utilize the internal systems and run better engines and have the games look better and feel better and load better. And I love the idea of that. It's like I said, it's basically being able to utilize the things you guys finally got. So I'm just happy that it does kind of seem like Sony is finally pushing these next gen titles. And even after this conference, it was a good thing to look at because so many of them were purely for the PS5. And in case you guys are curious why I'm saying that, if they did go and include PS4 versions or PC versions, etc., they don't always, but most of the time they would include it. On the bare minimum, they would also include the PS4 because there's hundreds of millions of PS4s out there as of now. So, I mean, you want to make sure people know what they're able to go buy things for and get stuff for. But overall, I kind of want to give your thoughts on it. I'm extremely happy for it. I just want them to make more PlayStation 5 consoles so you guys can all enjoy the games. We can talk about games that are restocks all the time. But this is awesome. I do like the idea. I like the concept, and I like the fact that we're finally still taking it. It's a slow step still. We still have a few hurdles to go through with God of War and Horizon. But I'm happy we're finally making this next-gen leap, and we're finally feeling next-gen. But give me your thoughts, give me your comments down below, or once again, if you guys want to give any games that you guys are excited for from the actual event itself. There's quite a few of those I was actually very hyped up for, and I can't wait to go and see more of them Feel free to leave your comments down below. As well, if you guys want to check out the restock news, go and check out the videos on the channel itself. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. Amazon links down below for the PS5 disc, digital console controller, Twitter and Twitch stream as well. Link down below if you guys want to follow. Sign up for Weeble, deposit $100. You guys go get free stock, free money. Coinbase, you guys go buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency. You guys go and get free Bitcoin. Those are always linked down below. And just appreciate you guys all so much for watching and existing. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Love you guys.